उमज्ञानतिग्रन्थस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त नमस्ते सारस्वती निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम राम। Continuing reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, sloka number 18. Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sharirinaha anashino aprameyasya tasmad yudhyasva bharata. So amazing. So Krishna is encouraging Arjuna to take up this responsibility of fighting with the army. He's saying, Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sharirinaha. Sharirinaha means one who is the possessor of this body, embodied soul basically. Anashino apremeyasya. Anashina means nashan, anashina. It doesn't nashan. Apremeyasya means it's immeasurable strength. So there is no destruction of that particular person who is holding this body. That's what Krishna is telling. Tasmat, that's why Yudhyasva Bharata, without fear, please fight. Sorry to say. The metal body is indestructible, immeasurable, eternal living entity. Nityasyokta, also eternal. And is sure to come to an end. Okay. So what will come to an end? Metal body will come to an end surely. What is an end of Bharata? The bodies belonging to the eternal, indestructible, small soul are said to be temporary. So bodies that belong to soul are temporary. So soul is permanent. Indestructible, eternal soul, that body that belongs to the soul is temporary. Very nice way of putting it. Therefore fight, O Bharata. So, purport. The metal body is perishable. Okay, devotees are there. Wonderful. Meghna, please read.
The metal body is perishable by nature. It may perish immediately, or it may do so after 100 years. It is a question of time only. There is no chance of maintaining it indefinitely. But the spirit soul is so minute that it cannot even be seen by an enemy, to say nothing of being killed. As mentioned in the previous verse, it is so small that no one can have any idea how to measure its dimension. So from both viewpoints, there is no cause of lamentation, because the living entity, as he cannot be killed, nor can the material body be saved from any length of time or permanently protected. The minute particle of the whole spirit acquires this material body according to his work, and therefore observance of religious principles should be utilized. In the Vedanta Sutras, the living entity is qualified as light because he is part and parcel of supreme light. As sunlight maintains the entire universe, so the light of the soul maintains this material body. As soon as the spirit soul is out of this material body, the body begins to decompose. Therefore, it is the spirit soul which maintains the body. The body itself is unimportant. Arjuna was advised to fight and not sacrifice the cause of religion for material bodily considerations.
No considerations are a body. On that basis, one is not supposed to deny to fight. Why? Why? Because if you see, in the long run, it's not going to last anyway. Whereas the duty on the jnana, on the platform of jnana, need to be performed. Now, at one point of time, Arjuna gave the reasons on the basis of Ardhashastra. Ardhashastra talk about how much profit I will get, but how will I enjoy? It's an Ardhashastra. There is Dharma Shastra. Oh, these people are all, my elders, my gurus, all these people. How will I cause pain to them? This is Dharma Shastra. But there is Jnana Shastra. On that basis, we are not his body, we are spirit soul. Actually, he is not harming them at all. So, he is doing it for the rightful claim. So, he has to perform his duty. So, of course, all other reasons, he says, on the platform of karma, jnana, yoga, and bhakti, also Krishna instructs Arjuna. So, this is also part of jnana only. But this jnana is even higher and higher and higher. So on these platforms also one is supposed to fight only. So whereas the Dharma Shastra or below Artha Shastra, my profit how much, what is my loss. So on this basis, he may not fight because Artha Shastra, if I kill all my relatives, how will I enjoy? I will enjoy with them. So I don't fight. That's an Artha Shastra calculation. The Dharma Shastra calculation is of, these people are all, they all feel pained. So I should not harm them. The bodies feel pain. But on the Jnana Shastra, absolute reality. These people are all souls. And for soul, in previous shloka also says that Gatasuna Agatasumscha Nanu Shochanti Pandita. One who is intelligent, one who has got the knowledge to think, one the ability to think and the ability to understand the knowledge. He is not supposed to think like that. Gatasuna Agatasumscha. Actually, bodies anyway, the Gatasuna. Sometime or other they are going to die. Whereas the soul is eternal, you cannot touch it. So there's no reason that I will not fight to say, because it's your duty to fight. So in any platform, next Karma Yoga platform, or Jnana Yoga platform, or Ashtanga Yoga platform, or even Bhakti Yoga platform, one is supposed to fight. So what, Prabhu, Bhakti Yoga platform, one is supposed to fight? Yeah, one is supposed to fight. So we'll see that, but Bhakti, there also speaks eventually. But right now it is Sankhya going on. So we'll go ahead and see the purports of Vishnacharya Thakur and Baldev Bhushan. This verse also clarifies the verse 16. The possessor of the body, Sharirana, the Jiva, beyond measurement, are difficult to understand because it's very, very small. Aprameyasya. Therefore, you should fight. This means that you should not give up your dharma to prescribed scripture. That's what we were also discussing. Yes, read out this.
The bodies of the Jiva are said to have destructible nature, whereas the possessor of the body, the Jiva, is eternal. Because of the very fine nature of the Jiva, and because it is the knower and consciousness, the Jiva cannot be known. No, the Atma is a knower and pure consciousness rather than an object of knowledge as we know it in this world. The Atma is self-revealing, it can know itself, but does not know the Atma as a separate object apart from the self. Because the Jiva and his body have such natures, eternal and destructible, neither the Jiva nor his body is worthy of lamentation. The body of the Jiva is created by the Lord for the Jiva's enjoyment and his liberation, which can both be attained through execution of dharma. Therefore, as both earthly enjoyment and liberation are attained by dharma, who are not fight.
Amazing. What an insight the Acharya gives. He is saying it's a body is destructible by nature and the Jiva is eternal, the Sharirinaha, one who possesses the body. Okay. Now he's saying the Jiva cannot be known. What is that? Because it is the knower of the consciousness, the Jiva cannot be known. Okay. The Jiva is the knower. So how can it be known? He is a knower, person who is going to know about oneself. He is a knower. How can he be known? That cannot be known actually. So that's why he is not seeable. The Atma is a knower, the pure consciousness, rather than the object of knowledge. It is not the object of knowledge. It's a knower of the knowledge. That's what Vishnacharya says. Atma is self-revealing. It can know itself, but does not know that Atma is separate from the object and apart from the self. But does not know, Atma is self-revealing, it can know itself, but does not know the Atma as a separate object apart from the self. Yeah, isn't it? He knows himself, Baba. But he cannot know anything away from the soul. He can know himself. Then nothing to realize, nothing to analyze about that. Nothing to analyze. He knows himself. That's all. Now later he's saying because the Jiva and the body have such natures. What is that? The Jiva's nature is eternal and the body's nature is destructible. This is eternal. One is eternal, one is destructible. Neither the Jiva nor his body is worthy of lamentation. Again, the same information is given that see, understand the body is said to be destructible. It is not going to last. So no matter how much you lament, it's going to destruct. Whereas the soul is not going to destruct. So today, in the body, of the jiva is created by the Lord for jiva's enjoyment and his liberation. So he has some desires to fulfill. For that purpose, Lord has created this, and also for his liberation. Means he can utilize this human form. Human form is specially meant for liberation, to actually realize oneself and liberate, which can both be attained through the execution of dharma. Now, dharma, what you are doing, both can be executed. Now, what is the dharma of the body? This body is liberation, right? Human form of body. Now, by executing this duty, this on the platform dharma, on the platform of jnana, jnana means fighting, na? So you fight, understanding that soul is eternal, body is indestructible. And when you do this as your dharma, now what will happen? You will get liberated. Huh?
Both liberation and enjoyment.
Enjoyment how?
Lord created jivas for the body for both jivas and enjoyment.
So jiva's enjoyment, how jiva's enjoyment can come? Because he can be only happy even in this world when they execute dharma. That way, this enjoyment is not on the platform of body level of enjoyment. How can one be happy? By serving Krishna, one can be happy, isn't it? Because serving Krishna is not a optional thing actually for anyone. Serving Krishna is a compulsory thing. Like a hand with a Mysore pak. No, today morning Prabhupada was telling. This example is given Prabhupada. No matter how much you make it, like a powder, you press it, still you cannot enjoy. This is what is the body. Body, you try to enjoy no matter how much, you can never be satisfied with this enjoyment. But the moment the hand should take and put in the mouth, finish, you'll feel enjoyment. That is what is the realization. The moment you serve Krishna, you'll experience happy, joyful. So this is what can be understood in the human form. So this can be experienced by executing our own dharma. That's what. What is our dharma? Our dharma is to be realizing ourselves, to act in that direction of realizing oneself, that we are not his body, we are spirit souls, we are servants and part and parcel servants of Krishna. So in that direction, any amount of progress, it will make the soul immediately happy, joyful. That's what is the nature. Everybody has to experience this and realize it and encourage everyone else. That's what is our duty. Okay, we'll go ahead. 19th verse. Yayenam veti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijaneto nayam hanti na hanyate. One more on the same direction, the soul. Neither he who thinks the living entity, the slayer, nor he who thinks it's slain is in knowledge. It got slain is in knowledge. Amazing.
Screen is not visible, bro.
Not visible?
Screen is not visible. Yes, bro. It's still showing the black screen.
Okay.
Which for me. Maybe you can share.
It's rotating, huh? Somebody else is using also then. Okay, I'll share it again.
Oh, okay.
1 second. Problem. Internet is gone or what? You're able to hear me, Meghnad bro?
We're able to hear you, bro.
Oh, and the Zoom has got.
Yes.
Let me see. Okay, I'll read the translation. Yes. Here attentively. Neither who he thinks the living entity is the slayer, nor he who thinks it's slain is in knowledge. Basically what? Whoever is thinking that I am killing the other person, he is not in knowledge, nor it's slain means somebody killed me. He is also not in knowledge. For the self slays not nor be slain. Basically, the Atma cannot be slain. Atma cannot be killed, basically. So if you think that you are the killer, then you are not in knowledge, babus. If you think that the body is killed by me, then also you are not in knowledge, Prabhu. He's telling. Okay. Those who think that a soul kills, and those who think that soul is killed, do not know that soul does not kill or get killed. Soul is not be killed. Those who think that soul kills, okay, same translation. Okay, we'll read the purport, Prabhu. Still, the Zoom problem is there. Zoom is in problem. It's not allowing me to stop the share also. It's only saying that close the program. Closes the program, then we are in difficulty. I'm able to see what. I started screen sharing. Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Now issue will move ahead. Oh, now that screen is also not opening. Somebody got stuck or what?
Your laptop or Zoom might have stuck, bro. In our side, like Zoom is working fine only.
Hey, every day we never face this problem. You're using Wi-Fi?
Yes, bro.
Somebody is downloading or something, I think. I know her. Oh, Govinda. Maybe our Zoom program itself is a problem.
And read.
You start screen sharing? 1 second, Rose. We are a little caught up. Okay, I'll start this. And YouTube also is not visible. Sharing is not visible. He's saying. Sairam. Sairam is. He joined, I think. Huh? Hey, Govinda. Task manager is also not open. My computer still got stuck.
Hare Krishna, Rajkumar, bro.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు.
Hey, ఎలా ఉన్నారు bro?
బాగున్నారు, మీరు బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నాను. హరి ఆఫీస్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందా?
స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఇప్పుడు మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నా. ఇప్పుడు బయట ఏదో పెట్టేసా స్టాండప్ మీటింగ్.
మేఘనాథ్ బ్రో దాన్ని కోహోస్ట్
హరే కృష్ణ
చేస్తారు.
బ్రో బ్రో మీ వాయిస్ కొంచెం
చేస్తారా?
కట్ అయింది. హోస్ట్ చేయాలా?
దాన్ని హోస్ట్ చేయండి.
మిమ్మల్ని ఓకే ఒక్క నిమిషం బ్రో, ఒక్క నిమిషం చేస్తాను. మేక్ హోస్ట్ బ్రో చేశాను చూడండి బ్రో. డూ యూ వాంట్ టు చేంజ్? ఎస్ చేశాను చూడండి బ్రో. హరే కృష్ణ నిఖిల్ అన్న. ఎస్ బ్రో కనిపిస్తుంది బ్రో. బ్రో కనిపిస్తుంది బ్రో, కనిపిస్తుంది. అదే కొంచెం కట్ అవుతుంది బ్రో, కనిపిస్తుంది. మొబైల్ స్టార్ట్ చేశారు కదా.
ఓకే.
Okay, you're able to see me now?
Yes, bro.
It's gone. Okay. What is saying? Either who thinks that the living entity is a slayer, అంటే living entity చంపుతుంది అనుకోవడం అనేది కూడా they are not in knowledge, nor he who thinks that he is slain in knowledge. నన్ను చంపేస్తారు ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు అనుకోవడం కూడా నాలెడ్జ్ లేనట్టు. So that same thing is spoken here. Those who think that the soul kills, or those who think that the soul is killed, both don't have knowledge. So on this platform he is speaking. Okay.
When an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from subsequent verses. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual construction. What is killed, or is supposed to be killed,
Spiritual
is the constitution. What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma himsat sarva bhutani, never commit violence to anyone. Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the law. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically.
It doesn't mean that okay, slayer is not killed, not the killer, and the soul cannot be killed, so I'll kill anything and anyone, only body is going. But that has to be approved by the authority. Without approval, in general principle is don't harm anyone. Even the material body should not be harmed. Even up to the point it says that what is that? Anudvega karam vakyam. We are not even supposed to speak that brings about udvega, agitation in the people. But even project, but people talk increasing my agitation. People may think like this also. But for what it is for? Let us say somebody is on a bodily platform. A spiritual superior speaks heavily. That doesn't mean that he is committing violence. Anudvega karna vakyam. You are not following Bhagavad Gita. That is for what purpose? For one's own enjoyment he does, then he gets his reactions. Safely he will get his reactions. By because given authority and superior for the soul welfare of the jiva, other personality, one is even heavy. Doesn't matter. That's what Arjuna is supposed to understand. Now for Arjuna to kill, harm superiors like Bhishma and Drona is much more painful. For him only is painful. What to speak of them? My subordinate or my grandson is actually causing this pain. That pains them much more. But because it is done under the instruction of Krishna for dharma, because they are on the side of adharma, so this will cause only a positivity in everyone. That's why it is because of dharma it can be executed. And so it is not on the platform artha. Okay. This purport is Vishnu is very nice. He's saying, oh friend Arjuna, you as soul as well are neither the performer of killing nor the object of killing. That is expressed in this verse. Okay. He who thinks that Jiva is the killer, Arjuna is the killer of Bhishma and others. He who thinks that Jiva is killed, Arjuna is killed by Bhishma. Both are ignorant. Therefore, what is your fear of infamy from the words of ignorant people who say that Arjuna is killed his guru? God, how can infamy can come here? There cannot be infamy. Okay, there is quickly we'll finish off this purpose. Okay, so only 2 screens.
In this verse, Krishna confirms the indestructible nature of the soul. That person who thinks that the jiva with such an indestructible nature is a killer, using a sword or other instrument, and thinks that such a jiva is harmed by the sword, does not know that Atma, a very fine particle of consciousness which cannot be cut or transformed in any way, is not a killer, nor is it killed. It is neither the performer of the act of killing nor the subject of the killing. One should understand that there is no destruction of the Atma simply by separation of the Atma from the body. The Shruti also makes such statements. Antache manyate hantum, antasche manyate hatam, ubhautu na vijanito, nayam hanti nanyate. If the killer thinks that he kills, or the killed person thinks that he has been killed, both do not know the nature of the soul. He does not kill or get killed. In statements such as "Na himsyat sarva bhutani," do not harm any living entity. No, the source is not traceable, though it is quoted by Baladev and Ramanuja several times. "Na himsyat sarva bhutani" is found in Mahabharata as mentioned earlier. The violence is explained as violence concerning the separation of Atma from the body. The statement does not prove that the Atma is the killer, since the Atma exists even when separated from the body.
So same thing is spoken by both of them. So Mahimsa, that Baladeva is saying that source. See, there is no only Ma or Na. That's only difference. Even that the acharyas are so clear, Here Ma himsyat sarvabhutani is a quotation. Mahabharata says Na himsyat sarvabhutani. That's all. So transparent our acharyas are. No, these are Mahabharata only. Na has become Ma. They don't say. We don't know. That is from where else. But Baladev quoted, as well as Ramanuja also quoted several times. Ma himsat sarvabhutani. So like this, we'll continue tomorrow. It's a little late today because it's a technical issue. Okay, any question? Any question to anyone? Rajkumar Boo, please kindly join 9:40 tomorrow will meet. Tomorrow I'll be in train. Tomorrow will not have, but day after tomorrow I'm not speaking. Thank you all very much. Prabhupada ki jai.